So I know when this first came out, we got together and said, "Hey, how can we use cnHeat to help our customers?"
Mhm.
So you jumped right in, and we moved pretty quick. So tell us all how cnHeat does it.
Right. So scene heat is not like most propagation models. It's not like most heat maps. What makes it different is we use LiDAR data. And so a traditional heat map, it generally will use very coarse data. It typically about the best that you'll see is 10-meter terrain data. And then for clutter data for all of the buildings, all of the trees, most times it's 30-meter resolution. There are cases when it's better than that, but even then, a lot of times it's what I would call simulated data, where you say, hey, we know there's a forest here. We expect the trees are maybe 75 feet. It's a little bit of a guess. And all of that kind of vagueness in defining your 3D world really kind of throws off any heat map. And so with seeing heat, we have LiDAR data. It's the same technology as an electronic tape measure, where you take a laser, you point it at the wall, it tells you how far it is. They've taken that, they mount them on the bottom of airplanes, and there's a a servo that scans back and forth, and they're doing hundreds of thousands of pulses per second. And as that laser goes out, it's basically scanning in the entire 3D world. And so you get the top of a tree, you get the bottom of a tree, you get the ground. You get millions and millions of points in what's called a LiDAR point cloud format, recreating everything. And so seeing heat is nice in that it all of the algorithms that have gone into trying to do good RF in the past, they garbage in, garbage out. When you have bad data going in, you're going to have bad propagation models. We're starting from a place of truth, effectively, when it comes to the 3D world. We see every tree, we see how tall that tree is. We're measuring it differently. We're not grouping and saying, okay, all of these trees are about this tall. And so it really makes a difference. I mean, I would like to say that we're clever and we're doing RF things in our propagation model that are radically different than anything anyone's ever done. But honestly, I believe that the reality is we just are starting with better data. And it's been a challenge as you go to that higher resolution data. It becomes incredibly difficult to process. And so we spend most of our time trying to figure out ways to optimize that and manage it. But that's really what makes cnHeat different.